Hi guys, my name's Dave from the Life Leisure Paris team in Stockport. I hope you're all okay. Today we're going to go through some of the exercises we do in the falls prevention service and a few other exercises that you can do at home as well. What you will need is you'll need a chair. So obviously something that's quite sturdy. When we take a seat, we're always going to sit at the front third of the chair. So rather than us being here, we're going to shimmy our bum towards the end, raising that rib cage up first, and we're keeping it from that position. Okay, so that's going to be the first one where we're going to be. So raising that rib cage up, okay, and then just hands onto here. The first bit we're going to do is shoulder rolls to begin. So just raising these shoulders up to the roof. So raise them up, drawing them back. That's it. Relax, and then back down. Good. Okay. So it's shoulder blades in back pockets, so you're just raising up to the top. Again, going within your range of motion, okay, so not too, not raising up too far. Okay, good. Just do a couple more. That's it. One. That's it. Good. And two. Good. Excellent. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to work back onto lower body. Now, all we're going to do, feet are going to come a little bit further in front. We're just going to lift those toes up, okay, and then bring them back on the floor. All the time while we're doing this, we're raising that rib cage up and just lightly placing those hands on. Good, that's it. Okay, we'll do a couple more of these. That's it. Good. Last one. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is feet nice and level, toes come away, heels come away, toes come away again. Okay. So you're just bringing that back and forward. So we're tilting those toes up, heels up, and then toes up. So this is really, really good for that ankle stability, okay, and that hip mobility as well. So we'll just do one more. That's it. Good. We're bringing in from that way. Good. And we'll reset. Now, next one, we're going to bring these heels up. So heels up to the top, and then back down. That's it, good. So all the time we're trying to keep this rib cage up as much as we can. That's it, good. And again, take your time, go at your own pace. That's it, I'm just going to do one more. Good, okay. So next one here, we're going to do a rotation upper body. So the way I do mine, hands onto my elbows, I'll go that way, raising that rib cage up. And all I'm going to do is my chin is going to follow my wrists. I'm just going to rotate round to here. And then back into the beginning. All the time where you can is trying to keep that posture up. If you've done my session before, obviously you'll know that that's pretty much all I tend to go on about. So we're keeping that rib cage up. That's excellent, good. Okay, so again, going within your range of motion, and we're trying to keep this pelvis as still as you can, and just rotating this rib cage up. We'll do one more either side. That's one, good. That's it, and two. Excellent. So the next one we're going to do is some side bends, okay? So mobilizing the spine as well. Now, normally if you've got a chair with obviously where the leg will come down, you're going to raise that chin up. I'm just going to slide my hand to one side, not too far, okay? And then back in. So it's like I'm leaning forward. I'm not overcommitting, so I'm not going to fall over picking my brew up. So I know I'm just tipping over, that's it. And then keeping, and if you need to, take these feet a little bit wider, more stability, and just bringing that down. And again, this is really good. So if you've got any issues with any lower back pain, any hip pain, this is another good one to do. Good. I'll just do one more on this next side. That's it. Excellent. Okay. Good. Now, we're going to do another rotation, so exactly the same as we did before with the twist. But now what we're going to do is going to rotate round. This hand comes behind you. You're looking at where my hand is here, and I'm drawing back. Good. So I'm rotating round, hand comes away. As much as I can, I'm trying to see this finger and pulling it round. So it's like I'm putting the seat belt on in the car. Okay, so I'm rotating round, big reach, really opening that chest up. And again, this is really good for that upper body mobility as well. Good. Okay, I'll just do one more on this side. Excellent. Good. Okay. Now, from here, Obviously we've done quite a few of the different ones. I'm going to do one with a toe tap now, so it's lower body mobility still. So I'm going to tap my toe out to one side and then back in. Okay. So we're thinking, the way I always say in any of my sessions is think about the 20-pound note that's flying away in the wind. So you know that toe is you're putting that toe down with intention. That's it, good. All the time we're trying to do this, we're keeping that chin up and we're keeping that rib cage elevated as much as we can. We'll just do a couple more. Good, okay. And I'll do one more on this side. Good, excellent. So while we're here, I'm going to do a heel dig as well. So it's just heel goes down, foot comes up, bringing it back, foot down, and then raising up. That's it. So you will know if you're in the wrong position in the chair because you'll feel you sat too far back rather than actually we are here sat just bits closer to the edge of the chair. As much as we can, we're trying to make sure obviously making sure we're keeping that rib cage up and those toes are coming up to the roof and we've got a slight bend in that knee as well. That's it, perfect, good. Okay, we're just going to do a couple more. Okay, so that's one. That's it, and two, excellent. So next one we're going to stand up now. We're going to come round to the back of the chair. So I'm going to talk you through that bit first, just the correct way of standing up and everything else. So first thing I'm going to do is if you are sat at the back of the chair, you're going to shimmy to that front third of that chair. So if I'm here, I'm walking towards the end, feet are in front, I'm going to draw my heels underneath. Now I'm slightly bringing my knees away, raising this rib cage up. Now chin and eyes come forward and my feet stay nice and flat on the floor. So you can either do this balancing on or hands on here. So lean forward, chin comes forward, raising that rib cage up, and then you power to stand from here. Okay. Now when we stood up, bit of a march on the spot. Now I'm going to move this chair round, because if I was coming from here, I'd be marching, come round this way, back round, and then I know I'm stood when I've got some base of support. Now I'm going to move the chair to the side just so you can see me anyway. So if I'm here, so the first bit we're going to do is we're trying to march on the spot. Okay. So lifting that toe off the floor, nice and soft with the balls of your feet. And again, keeping that posture up nice and tall. That's it. Now, I'm going to move the chair back just so you can see from here. Now, if I've got one hand here, or if you need both hands, that's fine. You've got one hand, okay? Or you can do it both from that way, okay? So we know we're raising that up, and you can do this sat down first as well before we stand up. Now, I'm going to move the chair out of the shot, so I'm going to pull it back a little bit further, but you know it's going to be there if you need to as we're going to go through. So the next one we do is that toe tap, same as what we did before. So we're going to tap to one side and then tap to the other. So again, thinking about, as I said before, think about that 20-pound note that's flying away in the wind. You want to make sure you're getting that toe right on top of it. Or as me this morning in Sainsbury's trying to get my shopping list before it flies out of the trolley. Okay, good, that's it. So you're softening this bottom knee. That's it, good. So it's really, really important for this ankle stability as well. We're just going to do one more either side. That's one. That's it. And then two. And we're back into that marching. Now, the next one, I am going to bring the chair back in. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do first is we're going to do a side step. Okay. So what it will look like is we're raising up, stepping over, and then raising back over. Okay. Okay, so we're not quite low down here. It's raising that foot up, placing over, and then placing down. Now, the way we do this in the classes is you'd have the chair in front of you here, so you know that you've got this base of support. As you step over, you can slide this hand over from this way. Again, feeling quite confident. You can try without from there as well. And as soon as you know where those feet are, you're trying to keep that chin and chest up. I'm going to pop that to the side. So as we're stepping up and over, we're stepping the way I always say it, and if you've done any of my sessions before, it's stepping over the cat. Okay? So you're not stepping over and dragging it. You're going to make sure you're lifting that foot up and then stepping over. This is really, really good for challenging that balance, because that's what we need to make sure that we're all doing. So even if you feel you are quite good in terms of balance and stability, this is something that we all need to do, myself included. Okay, that's it, good. So now if you can, we're going to raise that knee up a little bit more. Really challenge opening that hip up. That's it, good. Good. Just going to do one more either side. So that'll be one. That's it. Good. And two. Good. And we're back into that marching. So while we've done that side step and the toe tap, the next one I'm going to do is we'll just do a couple of knee bends. So people will know them as top half squats. I'm going to use the chair. Now I'm going to face this way. So keeping that rib cage up. Now taking my feet a little bit wider, hands onto the chair, and I'm raising that rib cage nice and tall. Now I'm going to bend my knees, feet stay nice and flat, and I'm slightly pointing my toes away. So if I'm here, bringing it down, okay, brief hold, and then back up, good. Bringing it down, okay, brief hold, and then back up. If you do experience any issues with any hip or knee mobility, you can make sure you're just doing it at the top end. So if we're here, what I do in a lot of my sessions, top half and then back down, okay? So we're not making sure we're going all the way down here. For now, just making sure you're doing that little bit of a bend. Okay, that's good. Just going to do two more. Okay. Okay, so that's one, and I'll just do one more. Good. Okay, excellent. Good. So I'm back march on the spot. Now, next one I'm going to do so that one is obviously strengthening your thighs here. The next one I'm going to do is strengthening that calf muscle. So I'm going to stand side on again. So fingertips on the chair, raising that rib cage up nice and tall. Now, what I'm going to do, both hands on the chair for now, raising up, and then back down, okay? So I'm doing heel raises. Now, if you feel you're okay in terms of balance-wise, keeping that one finger on or both hands on, or if you feel you can do that balance, hands out, so you know that chair is there, that's it. And the big thing that I have to think about, and I have to tell all of my guys about as well, is on my feet as I'm coming up, so as I'm raising up, I'm trying to get the pressure over my big toe rather than my knees coming out together. I'm really trying to apply that pressure over that big toe. Okay, good. That's it. And you come up, brief hold, and then back down. Good. Okay. Now I'm just going to do one more exercise with you, and then we'll call it there. So the next one is a single leg balance. So again, I'm going to use the chair side on. So from here, I'm going to step one foot back, bending this knee, raise my rib cage up. Now my foot is bending, so the ball of my foot is still on the floor, and I've got that bend in my toes, which is good, which is what I want. Now keep this knee nice and bent. Now I'm raising forward. All I'm going to do is glance this back foot up. Okay. So I'm either keep one hand on or both, or you can balance from this side. That's it. Okay, good. So as much as you can, you're trying to fight with that balance, just making sure you're keeping nice and upright. Okay, as much as you can. Okay, and I'm going to relax from there. Now, if that is too easy and you're not getting that bit of a wobble, then we're not challenging that balance enough. So there's quite a few different ways that we can do that. So I'm going to spin and do the other side. Okay, so I'll turn this way, and I know. So back heel comes up, because this is what imitates walking. So it's the same, exactly the same way as what you would do. The movement pattern is if you are walking. So leg nice and bent, hands on the chair. I'm going to step back a little bit. I'm just going to glance that toe off the floor. That's it. I'm trying to keep that foot as flat as I can. And again, if you need to, you can place your hand on here. This is really good. You can do this waiting for the kettle to come on, click. So you're waiting for that brew to be done. You can do this while you're waiting. Now, the aim is keeping all of that balance between, obviously, the entire foot, but you're making sure you're trying to get that balance between the ball of your foot and your heel as well. That's it, good. Okay, excellent. And relax. Okay, guys, hope you found that useful. It's always important after every session that we do a bit of a cool down and then do some stretches. So the first one we'll do is do some for the upper body first. So one hand out in front, hand comes underneath, and we're going to pull over along the front of that chest. Now I'm going to tilt my chin over that same shoulder. Just going to tilt over. That's it. Good. And relax. Then we change sides. So opposite hand comes up, hand up just underneath, not on the joint. Pull over, and that chin comes over that same side. That's it. Good. Okay, and relax from there. So next one we'll do is for the chest, so obviously the big muscles at the front. Hands on the small of your back, okay? Elbows in together, and you're really raising this rib cage up. That's it. Good. Okay. Keep holding. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Okay, quick shake off. So the next one we'll do is the back of your arms. We'll do Triceps Stretch. So hands to the top, just place it just on the top, just obviously just below the bottom of your neck. Now my preference is underneath, so hand from here. I'm just going to tilt my elbow up towards the roof, and that chin and chest stays up. Okay, that's good. So keeping these knees bent, and you're really trying to draw that elbow up towards the ceiling. That's it. Good. Okay, and relax. Let's change sides. So quick shake off. So hand just on the base of that neck, and then going to tilt that elbow up towards the roof. Soften these knees, and then don't forget to keep breathing as well. That's it. That's good. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Okay. So the next one we'll work on now is we'll work on the lower body. So we'll do the back of the hamstring. Now I'll show you. Bring the chair in. So we're going to do a seated hamstring stretch to the back of your thigh. So one leg out in front, chin and chest raised up. I'm just going to place my hand on here. I'm just going to tilt forward a very slight little bit. Okay. So keeping this leg nice and straight. Slight soften of the knee, and then toes, if we can, toes raising up, and keeping this rib cage up as well. That's it. Good. Good. Okay. And relax from there. Done. Okay. So again, quick shake off, and then change sides. So leg is nice and straight. Slightly soften of the knee. Toes come up to the ceiling, and the most important bit of this is that rib cage lift. So just placing that hand on. You'll find one side will be a lot tighter than the other, but making sure that you know that you are keeping that chin and chest up. Rather than feeling me down here, I want to make sure we're keeping that rib cage up as well. That's it, good. Okay, so 3 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to stand up now, and we're going to do for the back of your calves. So with your chair, or you can use the wall. I'm going to use the chair just for this. So I'm going to step back. Back heel stays glued into the floor. I'm going to push it forward a little bit, and I'm just placing my hands onto the chair. Okay. So this is quite good, obviously, for stretching the calf, but also stretching that hip as well. And you can place your hands on here. If you've got a wall, you can press on. I'm just going to relax my hands on this bit here. And keep this leg nice and straight. Good. Okay. And relax. Good. Quick shake off. And then change sides when you're ready. So leg comes back, toes facing forward, raising that rib cage up, most important thing. And then just leaning forward, keeping this front leg nice and bent and making sure those toes are facing forward. That's it, good. You should feel that on the bottom half of your leg at the back. That's it. Good. And relax from there, good. Now, we've got the next stretch we're going to do is we're going to do, obviously, stretch for the front of your thighs, so your quads here. Now, I see quite a lot of people with lots of different issues in terms of knees. So one option that we can try is hand onto the chair, heel up, raising that rib cage up, and using that for support. So that'll be number one. Now, another one I do with quite a few people, put the chair on here, I step forward, I'm going to place my foot onto the chair. I can still use this bit, and I sink down a little bit, okay? So I've still got that balance, I've still got that stability, and you can sink in from here. So I'm going to do this one with you now. That's it. Good. So we're raising that in. That's good. Okay. And relax from there. Good. So I'm going to switch this over to do the other side. So when I'm here now, I'm going to step forward. Foot comes onto the chair. My hand. So if you've got two chairs, that will be totally fine. And all I'm going to do now is just sink down below. That's it. You can tell that one, and then just keep that raised up there. That's it. Good. Okay. Just going to hold for a few more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. So guys, well done. And I'll see you soon.